hit for Blair. If you're just tuning in, 46-32. Lady Raiders up by 14 with 3:25 remaining here in the fourth period. Wright is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. Like I said, free throw shooting contest late,
absolutely.
And I like that for the Lady Raiders.
It's my fault because I just made the statement how quickly this game was going. And then suddenly it's going to probably come down to a free throw battle here at the end. So this last 3:22 might take a little longer than we've seen.
13-point advantage pending this extra free throw. On the floor, it's McNeese, Blair, Kirk, Hollis, and Gordon. Goes 2 for 2 there. That does allow them to set up their full court press. Blair up to Hollis. Oh, this is tipped. I'm going to say stepped out of bounds. It will be Coalfield basketball. That is the one way the Lady Jackets can get back in this ball game, is if that full court press starts causing turnovers. Timeout on the floor for Richland. We'll see if it's 30 seconds or full. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. Back in 30 seconds. Lady Raiders 46-34 here in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you, I love that intro that JP Plant set up for us here. I mean, just gets you pumped here in Murfreesboro. The Glass House, iconic venue for this TSSAA state tournament. Lady Raiders up 46-34 over Coalfield with 3:15 to go in the fourth. Jennifer, it just doesn't get any bigger than this.
Lady Raiders have come to make a statement and keep rolling. They want to come back Friday and Saturday and then take home some hardware.
Beard for 3. Shot no good. Rebounded by Wright. Wright puts it up. No good again. That might have been her 5th. What is the call? And with the fact that they just threw a towel down. Oh, technical foul against the head coach for Coalfield. And I think everyone kind of understands this one might be done. Best player off the floor. Coach gets teed up, has to sit on the bench the rest of the night. Can't stand up in the coach's box.
Yeah.
And we're going to see free throws and possession for Richland here. By the way, actually, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to see 4 free throws.
Yeah.
And because, you know, it was also a loose ball foul with 5 fouls.
Yeah, because that should be the bonus, and then the technical shots.
He threw the towel, and the moment you let go of the towel out of your hand.
And he said something that was directed toward the official. Nothing crass necessarily, but.
Interesting note, Elizabeth Gordon, very strong free throw shooter, by the way.
That's who was with the rebound,
oh,
right? Yeah.
They're going to do this first.
Yeah.
My apologies. I was thinking they were seeing her instead of Blair, which, by the way, she's fantastic in her own right. Hits her first.
Yeah, why not?
But I feel that just, you know, Blair's probably 90% and Gordon might be 80%. Both amazing numbers, but... Yeah, no, I think you're right there. So for the technical free throws, I think we are going to see. In fact, yes, I'm sorry. You called it. I was wrong there. Blair now takes the technical.
Somebody write that down.
Mark my is wrong here. It is.
Just kidding.
What time is it right now?
Yeah. Doesn't happen often, folks.
First free throw good. It's 8:25 on a Thursday night, March 12th.
Is it Thursday night? See, I don't even know what night it is. So for me to be right, that's way out of bounds.
Blair hits both. By the way, I think it's Richland basketball.
Yeah, because it'll be the technical.
Right. You get
the ball as well.
So you had your free throws. Then you had your technical free throws. Now you have the ball because of the technical foul.
Yeah,
so basically, potentially a 6
well,
or 7.
it would have been their ball anyway because there was a foul committed.
Right. What I'm saying is basically potentially a 6 or 7 point possession here, and they just fouled Gordon at half court. And Jennifer, it's a 49-34 game. You're going to have to foul every possession now. Your best player's not on the floor. I think Richland fans might be starting to celebrate here, knowing they've got this one underhand.
Yeah, they put a player that who is at Carson, has not been in much tonight, but they put her in just for the sole purpose of fouling here because she goes out and commits the 2-hand little touch push.
Yeah. So Lily Wright sees her night end with 11 points, an all-state caliber player there. She finished 2 of 12 from the field. She is only a sophomore, so we're going to see more of her in TSSAA basketball, but now largest lead of the night, 51-34.
Gordon hits both, just steps up and knocks them both down.
Davis misses the three. Hollis is fouled. Oh, tie up, excuse me. So it will be Coalfield ball. 2:48 remaining. Richland up by 17. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Blair. Blair weaving in and out of traffic. I think Coalfield's going to stop intentionally fouling here. I don't see them reaching for her.
Yeah, I think maybe they've accepted their fate. With Wright not on the floor to generate any type of offense.
Okay, now they will finally foul Blair. After you waste 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm a little bamboozled, you know. But well, and I don't know if they were trying to wait till somebody beyond Blair had the ball, but then she was just the one that was going to go ahead and take the ball and kind of just dribble it around and force them. Like, if you're going to foul, you're going to have to foul me.
We've been so excited tonight that we really haven't mentioned this. Bailey Blair had 26 in the sectional. She now has 26 here tonight in the state quarterfinals after she'd had such a tough 2 nights in which they were just bullying her on and off the ball, physically defending her, face guarding her between Moore County and Cornersville. For us to see her get the opportunity to shine like this, just unbelievable here as she hits both. And Lady Raiders now up by 19, just has become in the fourth quarter a blowout between Richland and Coalfield here as Lady Raiders are head on to the second round.
Yeah, Hollis punches that one out, so we'll stay with Coalfield. But like you said, yeah, that's 27 points now on the board as Blair hit that last free throw.
Beard, I believe, was fouled there. 2 free throws. Was it Beard or Davis? The referee
Davis,
was standing
yep.
right in front of me.
Yeah, I know. That's been the
Literally
only thing. We
boxing
really
me
do
out.
have incredible seats. We were like right at midcourt on the floor. Not literally on the floor, but, you know, right on the sideline.
I mean,
but occasionally when the officials run by, it blocks just a bit of, you know.
We very technically are on the floor. I mean, this is a basketball court
Not the playing
underneath our
court,
feet.
though.
Not
Yeah.
the playing field, but hey,
Feels like we're there. Feels like we're on it.
You used to play some basketball.
A little bit.
1 of 2 free throws is good there. That makes it now 53-35. Coalfield will pull back in for the full court press. They give it off to Blair. Blair up to Hollis. Hollis crosses the timeline to McNeese. They foul Gordon.
You know, the reaction is I think they were kind of calling it off like, let's quit fouling. And then Beard almost put her hands up to kind of stop her momentum and then gets whistled for the foul and kind of just shrugs like, I didn't really mean to do that at all. It was not one that they're trying to commit more fouls. This Gordon misses her first, yeah.
First one is no good there. Coalfield shooting 23.8% tonight from the field. Really felt like if you kept them anything under 40%, you probably would feel okay, but keeping them under 30%, it's unbelievable.
Here's what's interesting. Richland's put up 53 points tonight. Coalfield has 35 on a poor shooting night, but Mark, if I remember correctly, that would have won one of the first 2 games because I don't think either team got to 35 points.
I'm not sure. Did either team get to 40?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you said 35.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
think they. So it was some low-scoring games up until this point, and Richland is really, you know, like I said, I keep saying they're making a statement, but I mean, nobody's even been close to having 40 or even 50 points tonight.
You know what my favorite thing on the scoreboard up there is right now?
Moe's Southwest Grill.
I mean, yeah,
The advertisement,
not bad. But you're up by 19. Blair's at the line. She has 27, but look who your top rebounders are. 9 for Blair. She's your point guard. 9 for Bailey Hollis. And you shoot 8 for Bailey Hollis. She's your shooting guard. 9 for Elizabeth Gordon. She's your off guard or maybe small forward, whatever you want to call it there. Your 3 smallest players have done the best rebounding tonight. Blair goes 1 for 2.
And let's mention into the game, senior MK Butler is going to get her some minutes in the state tournament. So these last 2 minutes.
Shot up and good for Nichols.
Welcome to the glass house, Miss MK Butler, who's smiling from ear to ear.
Bailey Blair just weaving in and out of traffic here. Up to Hollis. Hollis ahead to Butler. Butler bounce pass to Gordon, and now she's fouled. So Gordon will continue the trend of shooting free throws here. But at some point, you know, we thought they had called it off about a minute and a half ago. Now I really feel like they should, because it's an 18-point game with, I mean, it's your final game of the year. You're probably going to pull out all the stops, and you don't care how much you lose by. You're going to keep trying, but at this point, they do get one of their seniors out there, Emerson Nichols, so she's
I think she's the only senior they have.
Yeah, in tears there with her head coach. You really feel for, you know, the girls in their team, because everyone except for one team is going to lose their last game of the year.
And that's the hard part of these tournaments, because you just watch the emotion, because they have just fought all season to get here, and then when it ends early for you, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Lady Raiders back up by 20 after those free throws for Elizabeth Gordon. Three-pointer on the way for Coalfield. No good. Rebounded by Butler. Tie up. Richland possession arrow.
Butler kind of went down hard, and teammates check on her, and she bounces up smiling. She says, "I'm good."
Gordon passes into Blair. Blair, cross court, Hollis. Hollis is fouled. Cue the Jeopardy music.
Yeah. We said, like I said, it was probably my fault for saying the game was going quickly, but that was at 3:22, I remember, and then it's taken quite a bit of time. We've only ticked away 2 minutes of game clock, and it's taken almost 10 minutes of real time to do that.
Hollis hits the first. Hollis and Gordon have quietly had pretty good offensive nights as well. They've combined for 14 there. I know that obviously it's 41 between Blair and McNeese have really led the day, but wow, 5 different players have a tie up here. As the Lady Raiders all laugh as 3 of them, who were all 3 holding the basketball, get up off the floor. This one will be Coalfield ball. Low. Puts it up, puts it in, and the foul. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 1:09 remaining.
I think they got Butler for that foul. That is her first personal. Mary Catherine Butler. They used the whole name. That's not what we call that girl.
I will note in the scorebook, it always says Mary Catherine.
Yeah, I know. That is truly her name, but we all know and love her as MK.
At the rim. Oh, can't quite get it to go there. They were hoping to get her basket. On their side, Coalfield up to Beard. Beard, desperation 3 there, no good. Rebound by Lowe. Beard will take another 3. Also no good off the back iron. Rebounded by Blair. Blair going to try to get this one up to Butler. Passes off. Butler's shot is packed. Gordon, her shot also partially blocked. Butler gets it back. Blair works it out top. Timeout, 30-second timeout. Richland wants to get Lily Lancaster, Chloe McConnell, Miley Donovan, and Hallie Grace Bratton on the floor. So Jennifer, it has to feel good when not only do you win by enough that you get the junior Lady Raiders into the ball game.
Yeah, getting them some minutes and, you know, just letting these players that have played so hard get a little bit of a rest, because, you know, Mark, they're going to turn around and have to do this again tomorrow night. The slight advantage Richland's going to have there is they do have, of the 2 late games, they have the earlier games, so they're going to get a little rest quicker, and they'll take on the winner of Van Buren and Greenfield, which is still to come, and it's a late night already, folks. Yeah, so there's still one more game to go after this.
Lily Lancaster brings it up. Working around the perimeter here, Chloe McConnell, who played some meaningful minutes in a couple big postseason games already this year. Bratton backs down her opponent, puts it up, puts it in, and the foul. Hallie Grace Bratton. How about that? A chance for a 3-point play here.
She didn't get a ton of minutes tonight, but when she's in, she really has had a strong presence on the court, and just puts a good spin move in and goes in strong. Grabs the foul, going to find herself at the free throw line. Can she get her an old-fashioned 3-point play? And Coalfield also subbing and getting a lot of new faces in.
I'll tell you, Jennifer, I was pretty bullish about Richland's chances here tonight, but I don't think anybody expected a 22-point game. Well, 21, I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't have expected the free throw before it happened. 21-point game this late. Lancaster nearly tips the ball to me and you.
Yeah, we were ready again.
She said,
this
Miss
time,
Hawkins,
so
let's get you in on the action.
yeah, why not? Everybody else is getting a chance. And so here comes our fairly young 8th grade subs in, just so they can say they got to be on the court at a state basketball game. And so Hudson Miller, Lorelei Helton, Lauren Blair, Mary Cam Gordon, and they're going to leave Miley Donovan.
Donovan, a junior. Shot up, no good for Coalfield. Lauren Blair, 8 seconds. She's up the floor. I think she's going to slow this down and keep it. Actually, they're going to let three-pointer at the buzzer. No good there. I believe that was Hudson Miller.
Yeah, she tried it. Why not? And she gets a high five from Coach Chad Hall. But Lady Raiders are advancing. They say survive and advance. This was more than survival. It was
thrive
definitely, yes.
advance.
Oh, I like it. Nice,
I
Mark
got you
Mize. Nice. But, yeah, Lady Raiders really just come on strong, 61-40. And I think folks around the stadium are taking notice of the Lady Raiders.
Richland wins it. 61-40 is your final. Looking down some of the stats here, as actually I think they'll pass us a stat sheet here in a second, so we'll talk for a moment until we get that stat sheet. But 21-point win. Look at some of the stats here. You out-rebounded them 44-26. Granted, part of that was because they didn't shoot the ball well, and so it's easier to rebound when the other team misses compared to you're not missing as many shots as them. But you out-rebounded them 44-26. You had more assists than they did. You had more blocks than they hit. I mean, the only thing you didn't win in was turnovers. You did turn over the ball more. But Lady Raiders end up winning this one by 21 points. Trying to get our points totals here for Richland. Let me move my stats slightly. We have 28 points for Bailey Blair. 13 points for Mary Avery McNeese, who was so big in the first half, though. I know she only finishes with 13, but I think she might have had 10 or 11 in the first half, Jennifer. She and Blair were so huge.
She had 11 at halftime. I was doing some individual stats through things, and yeah. So people are like, well, she only put up 2 in the second half. No, folks, she did a whole lot of other stuff. And remember, she's the one that hit that first early 3 and kind of set the tone for the Lady Raiders. And it was just strong from there on out.
So looking here now, we'll get those final stats. So for the Lady Raiders, 28 points to lead all scorers for Bailey Blair. 13 for Mary Avery McNeese. 8 points, Elizabeth Gordon. 6 points, Bailey Hollis. 4 points, Kate Curtin. 2 points, Hallie Grace Bratton. As for the Lady Jackets, 12 points for Lily Claire Lowe, who was admittedly playing with an injured hand. You could tell she was hampered.
Yeah.
11 points for Lily Wright, who was healthy, but just immense foul trouble tonight for the star player for Coalfield, which, of course, Richland, a big part of that. 8 points, Gracie Davis. 4 points, Maddie Beard. 2 points, Emerson Nichols. And 3 points, Madison Jackson there. So you hold the pair of Lilies to 22 points, 23 points. But, oh, by the way, Bailey Blair had 28.
Yeah, I mean, just on her own, and just comes out and really just looked like, hey, we're going to just put this game in motion. We're going to play our style of offense and defense and take Coalfield out of this thing from the beginning, and that's sure enough what they did. Lady Raiders, man, just come away, and I mean, I just watched them there at the end coming across, and they were excited and stuff, but it was also like business mindset. You know, they enjoyed it for a moment, and then as they walked off the court, you could tell them kind of regrouping and going, you know what, this is our time. We still got more to do, so let's enjoy this for a moment, and then let's come back and do this again tomorrow night, waiting on the winner of this next matchup.
All right, I'm trying to find my bracket here just so I can, explain it better. I'm doing a terrible job of it, Jim.
What a bracket is, or what are you after there, Mark?
I'm trying to find the bracket.
So,
where is it?
Well, they'll play at 8:45 tomorrow night.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And they're going to play, like I said, the winner of this Van Buren and Greenfield matchup. And so Lady Raiders will have to wait. I'm sure Coach Chad Hall will keep his thoughts very brief so he can get out here, and he will already be working on a game set, watching this game, and then as soon as it comes to conclusion, he'll get a game plan together.
Lady Raiders improved to 26-3 on the year. As you said, they play at 8:45 tomorrow night or 15 minutes after the conclusion
Yeah, approximately.
of the first
Right,
game.
yeah.
Approximately
Going to be a late
45.
one, folks, but stay up. It's Saturday
Yeah.
the next day. You can sleep in
It's not like
tomorrow,
you have anywhere to be.
the day after.
They'll play the winner of Van Buren County Greenfield, which, by the way, is a rematch of last year's state championship. And so we're not going to be bringing you that game. We're about to get off the air here because we have a press conference to get to. But, Jennifer, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I was just really impressed. Like I said, sometimes you don't know when you come to this big stage how well are you really prepared for it. I think Lady Raiders have been most prepared, and I've been here all day watching the 1A matchups. Lady Raiders right now, and I'm not saying this as a biased fan, even though I definitely am. Lady Raiders have really been the elite team to watch for. So I think they're going to go and enjoy this for a few moments, get some downtime, get some fluid, some hydration, some rest, come out. They'll probably watch this game, head home, get in a walkthrough probably tomorrow, and then come back again strong tomorrow night. I don't know. They just don't look very beatable right now with what they just did to Coalfield.
Lady Raiders win it 61-40. They'll be back tomorrow night at 8:45, and so will we here on the KSR Sports Network. Thanks to our board operator, Kenny Beckham. Excuse me. Wow, I'm bad at talking suddenly. Kenny B there. Thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors, and thanks especially to you, the fans, for listening in here tonight. Richland wins by 21. They move on to the semifinals tomorrow night here in Murphy Center. For Jennifer Hawkins, I'm Mark Mize saying thank you and good night.